Ladies and gentlemen, if you are easily frightened, we advise you not to watch this film. On the other hand, if you enjoy the violent emotions, this film is for you.
I came here to review movies and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. What's up, everybody? Frank here. Welcome to the Headless Horrors podcast, the post-show recap video for episode number 5. If you're familiar with the show and you've been wondering, where did the video go? Where did the post-show recap video go? Did it get lost in time? Oh, no, it didn't, my friends. There's a reason why this video is a week late. And that is because I'm going to start posting the post-show recap videos 1 week after the show. That is in between the show, because of the fact that the podcast is bi-weekly on Mondays, and the Mondays in between are always vacant. So I'm going to start posting the YouTube videos online in between the shows. So for future reference, write that down in your diary. So we had Maniac themed episode last Monday. Maniacs everywhere. The 3 movies reviewed are, or were, and are gonna be today: Neon Maniacs, Maniac, and Maniac Cop. So let's dive right into it and start with the first movie, Neon Maniacs from 1986, a movie by Joseph Mangione. And man, this is a great 80s cheese sleaze. Completely. That is why I love this movie, because this is the kind of movie, as I said in the podcast, that you can just kick back, relax. It's easy to watch, easy to digest, and it features these very cool creatures, characters, or whatever they are. It is not clearly explained, or rather, it is not explained at all. There is no backstory about what these creatures are, what these neon maniacs are, where they come from, how they came to be, what exactly it is they are after. But for the lack of description or explanation, I'm gonna call these mutants. And in fact, I kind of can make a bit of a comparison between these neon maniacs and 80s series such as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for example, because I can draw some comparisons between this movie and those kind of cartoons. And there are 12 of these neon maniacs. Every one of them has a different character. There's a samurai, there's an Apache Indian, there's a biker, there's this and there's that, and each and every one of them kills in a different way. So it's quite a cool movie. It's easy to digest, as I said, and it's high on the 80s, man. You know, if you need a dose of 80s, this is a movie you need to check out. A beautifully pointless movie, and that is what is great about Neon Maniacs. I have this on a big, nice, bulky box of VHS. Beautiful, big, bulky box of VHS. The tagline reads, 12 good reasons to be afraid of the dark. That's right, because there are 12 neon maniacs, and they come out in the dark. That's the back, and you can see some of the characters over there. Pretty cool movie. This is there's also a Blu-ray release for Neon Maniacs. Very beautiful Blu-ray release, which I need to get my hands on, but it's a bit on the high end of the scale. It is on my want list, but not on my priority list. Also because it's a bit expensive. It goes for somewhere around between 30 to 40 pounds. So if you can get your hand also on a VHS copy, there's quite a few of these still around. The price of this, I believe, would be around £20. Something to get, something to watch. I'll give you the rating on this one. As far as the movie goes, I'm gonna come in with a 5. And yes, I'm quite generous with my ratings because why not? Why shouldn't I be? I'm not here to take a dump on the movies or bury them. If I enjoy it, I'll enjoy it, and that's it. So 5 for the movie. I'm gonna give 6 when it comes to the presentation, because Neon Maniacs as a title straight away, bam, it captures my attention, and it is also something that I'm interested in. Besides, and look at those creatures and look at that artwork. Why wouldn't you want to watch this movie? So that's my rating when it comes to the presentation. Now, the soundtrack. Bro, seriously. There is a battle of the bands, a college battle of the bands that takes place during this movie, which is part of the film, which is part of the story. And there's a song that is played during this battle of the bands that is called Baby Lied. Now, if you want 80s cheese, Baby Lied is the song you need to listen to. And I'm telling you, it is very, very dangerously addictive, because I'm singing this song pretty much every day now. And I'm not sure if I should be saying that on the Beheaded official YouTube channel, but I am. Baby Lied. Yes, she told me. Anyway, Neon Maniacs. I'm gonna come in with a 6 also on the soundtrack, because I think that song, that particular song, just fits Neon Maniacs perfectly. The second movie reviewed was from 1980, the movie Maniac. Now, that movie over there, Neon Maniacs, is a very uplifting movie, very easy to digest, easy to kick back to on a nice Saturday night, eating some pizza, having a beer with some friends. But my friends, do not show this to your friends, because this movie right here, this is not an easy movie to watch. There is nothing uplifting about Maniac. It is quite depressing to watch, but it is a must-watch slasher movie if you're serious about your horror. Amazing performance by Joe Spinell in this movie. I own this on Blu-ray, released by Blue Underground. Iconic artwork on this one. The tagline reads, "I warned you not to go out at night." That's the back. And let's see, this has got some extras. Audio commentary with co-producer director William Lustig and co-producer Andrew Garroni. Audio commentary. And a bunch of other things. Let's see. Yeah, it's mostly interviews, TV trailers, theatrical trailers, TV spots, radio spots. Yeah, very cool presentation here for this movie, Maniac. Let's have a look at the inside. It's not a... well, it is a reversible sleeve, but it's not really a sleeve. Over here, there's just the chapter selections on this one. Definitely a must-watch. Maniac from 1980. Movie starring Joe Spinell, who also is listed in the writing credits. By the way, someone pointed out to me that the soundtrack for this movie, not the soundtrack, there was the song from the movie Flashdance, Maniac, Maniac for love. That song was originally written for Maniac, but it wasn't used eventually. It was used on the movie Flashdance, another iconic movie from the 80s, which I will not review on this podcast, however. Anyway, that brings me to the rating for Maniac. I'm gonna start from the bottom this time. Let's start with the soundtrack, since I went into mentioning the soundtrack. I would give the soundtrack for this a 4. The soundtrack does what it needs to do. It doesn't distract you from the movie. It adds what it needs to add. So I'm coming in with a 4. When it comes to the presentation, this is an iconic cover. I can't give this less than a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6. Yes, my ratings are 6, 6, 6. So 6 for the presentation and for the movie itself. I'm gonna give this a 6. I love Maniac, man. It's a very, very strong, suggestive movie. Definitely one to watch if you're serious about your horror. And this brings me to the final Maniac movie. Maniac Cop from 1988, a movie featuring none other than Bruce Campbell. Here, another big, nice, bulky box of VHS goodness released by Medusa Pictures. Movie from 1988. Let's have a look at the back of this VHS copy. Now, a friend of mine and a listener of the podcast suggested that he saw Maniac Cop as the antithesis of RoboCop. And I can see where he's coming from with that suggestion. This is quite an interesting slasher which doesn't change anything in the slasher formula when it comes to this genre of movies, but it injects a nice element, a nice different ingredient, and that is the fact that this time the villain is the side that should be the good guy. So you've got a cop that is the villain, and you've got a cop that is feared. So this kind of leaves a nice undertone in the movie of impending anarchy, which is going to kick off at any time. But definitely a movie to watch. It's not gonna be the your favorite horror movie of all time, but I think this is one which every horror movie fan can enjoy. I would say I'd give Maniac Cop as a movie 4 rating. When it comes to the presentation, definitely a 5. I'm definitely interested in a movie called Maniac Cop and having this kind of artwork, and also a movie which features Bruce Campbell. And when it comes to the soundtrack, a 4 as well for Maniac Cop. Good enough soundtrack. There's also sequels to this movie, Maniac Cop 2 and Maniac Cop 3. You have the right to remain silent forever. That is the tagline for this movie, and that brings us to a close for this video today. If this is the first time watching this video, there will be a video for episode number 6 in 2 weeks time, but check out the podcast on headlesshorrors.podbean.com. That is every 2 weeks on Monday. Check out the Facebook page, Frank's Headless Horrors, at Headless Horrors on Twitter. You can listen to the show also on Stitcher. And I'm gonna put back my sunglasses and go back to my character, the persona that I was playing from They Live, Rowdy Roddy Piper. I came here to review movies and chew bubblegum. And I'm all out of bubblegum. See you next week, my